Welcome to Simply Excel. In this video we're going to take a look at the unique function which is available in Excel 365. Before we get started, I'd like to remind you to subscribe to my channel for more Excel tips. Let's get on with the tutorial. Unique is a really useful function for getting a list of unique values out of your data. For example, in my Olympic athlete spreadsheet I can use it to find a unique list of all the sports. And we do this by going into a free cell, typing the equals sign to let Excel know that we're going to use a function, and then type unique. Open our brackets, and you'll see that unique has three parameters that we can pass to it. We can pass the array of data, or the list of data that we want to get our unique value from. We can use the by column parameter and the exactly once parameter. So I'm going to go through what each of those does, but to start with we're just going to use a simple array of data to find a unique list. I'll select my sport column and using Control Shift and down arrow, select every value in there, press return, and you'll see that's given me a list. Another thing we can do with our unique function is wrap it in a sort so that we get an alphabetical list of unique values. To do this, I'm just going to click after the equals in my formula, type sort, open brackets for the sort function, and then close the brackets for the sort after the second bracket of the unique function. Press return, and we now have an alphabetical list. So that's a really easy and quick way to get a unique list of data from your spreadsheet. Next we're going to look at the once only parameter, and to do that we're going to take our list of athletes and we're going to look for any athlete that only appears once in our table. So that means they've only won a medal at one Olympic Games. So to do this, again we're going to type equals unique, open our brackets, come across to our athlete column, use Control Shift and down to select all our data, and then we're going to type a comma. And you'll see over here this has now popped up a little hint saying true is return unique columns, false is return unique rows. That's because the by column parameter is the next one. We don't want to use that one, so we just type another comma, and now we get to the exactly once parameter, and we're going to say true to this. Close our brackets, press return, and we now get a list of all the athletes who just appear once on our medals table. Another thing we can do with the unique function is use it to combine two columns on the fly. So for example, if we wanted to get a unique list of all our athletes and the country they represent, we can type equals unique, open our brackets, get our array of athletes, type an ampersand, open our double quotes. I'm going to put a comma between our athlete and our country and then a space, close our double quotes, another ampersand, and then I'm going to come and select my column of countries. Close my brackets, press return, and now we have a list of athletes and the country that they represented. Another really useful way of using the unique function is to combine two columns together and find the unique values across those two columns. For example, at the moment, for every venue that's hosted an Olympic Games, the sports are repeated for every athlete that's won a medal in them. But using the unique function, we can get a full list of the venues and all the sports that were at those games. I'd also like to sort my list alphabetically by venue, so I'm going to use the sort function. So we type equals sort, open our brackets, then we type our unique function, open our brackets for that. And this time our array of data is going to be a combination of the venue and the sport columns. I'm going to highlight both my top cells and use Control Shift and down to select all that data. Close the brackets on my unique function, close the brackets for my sort, and press enter. And we've now got a list alphabetically arranged by venue of all the sports at each games. It's worth noting the unique function doesn't just work on text, it works on numbers as well. So we can get a unique list of the ages of all the medalists at these games. So again, we would just type unique, open our brackets, this time select our age column with Control Shift and down, close our brackets and press return. Again, if we wanted to sort that, we could wrap that in the sort function as well. And the last thing we're going to look at is that by column parameter, and that allows you to get a unique set of values in a horizontal array. So for example, I've just typed some values above and you can see there's some repetition in there. Type our equals, unique, open our brackets, select our array, put the comma in, and this time we're going to use true for a horizontal array, close our brackets, press return, and we just get our gold, silver, bronze unique values. Now let's take a quick look at what would have happened if we hadn't specified that parameter as true and told the formula that we were looking at a horizontal array. If I come in and edit this, I'm just going to take the true out of there, press return, and you'll see it doesn't actually return a unique list of our values. I hope you found this guide to the unique function useful. Please like and subscribe to my channel for more Excel tips. Thank you for watching.